Hey, what's going on? Nick Unsworth here with Life on Fire TV, and today this is a special episode, which I know that I'm always saying that there's special episodes, but this one is extra good because we've been getting a ton of feedback that we talk a lot about Facebook advertising and Facebook marketing because that is our #1 strategy to get leads and to build our business and for our clients as well. And so what we have, our Firestarter Elite, Valerie Shoopman, we call her Shoop. Some people call her Shoop a Loop. And she is phenomenal. She is one of the best Facebook advertising experts that I've ever worked with. She manages the Facebook ads for Life on Fire. She's a Firestarter Elite, which is our highest level, and she's got an amazing podcast, the Entrepreneur Power Hour, that you have to check out because it's awesome. And so she's just a rock star, and what I love about Valerie is that she's got a teacher's heart and a teacher's mentality. So she takes a very complicated subject like Facebook advertising. The first thing that for many people, it's very overwhelming. You're like, oh my God, the power editor, there's the campaign manager, what do I do? How do I do it? Am I gonna lose money? And she takes all of that and makes it nice, and simple. Super, super simple. It's a step-by-step how-to training in about 15 minutes on how you too can set up your Facebook ad and create success. And by success, I mean build your email list, build your authority by having your brand being seen everywhere on Facebook. And most importantly, grow your cash flow. Get more leads, make more sales. And so Valerie Shoopman, Shoop makes it simple. So grab your pad and paper and a pen because this one's going to be definitely one that you want to take notes on. So enjoy. Hey, what's going on? Nick Unsworth here, and I'm a kick-ass business coach, and I'm on an absolute mission to help you find your purpose in life. To help you love what you do for work every single day, to help you be the rock star that you are meant to be, to make more money than you ever thought was possible, and to have more time freedom so you can actually enjoy the life that you're living. I'm here to help you set your life on fire.
Hi, Valerie Shoopman here of Entrepreneur Power Hour, and today I want to show you how you can track FB ads throughout your whole entire sales funnel. So that way you can really ramp up the ones that are working and cut loose the ones that aren't. Okay, so what we're going to do step by step, I'm going to show you how to create your Facebook conversion pixel for both opt-ins and checkouts. Then I'm going to show you how to place the conversion pixel tracking code right on the thank you page between the head tags. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how to attach that conversion pixel to your Facebook ads. And then lastly, how to track the results using Facebook ads with custom columns so you can cut out all the clutter and just focus in on what you need to see. Okay, let's dive in and get started creating that Facebook conversion pixel. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is obviously log on to Facebook, and then from your home screen, if you just go over to the left side, you can get to Ads Manager, and that's where we're going to actually go to create the Facebook conversion tracking pixel. Again, on the left side, if you just hit conversion tracking, then it's going to allow you to create the pixel. Okay, I wanted this screen to show up for you so you could see if this is the first time you've ever created a pixel. If you already have pixels, obviously it'll be up here with a green button to add a new pixel. So if I click create pixel, it gives me a couple options here. I'm going to name my pixel, and this is for your use only. So I name it whatever it's about. If I'm doing, say, a webinar, let's say I'm doing a webinar on June 7th. So I can put it like that, and then I'm going to click registrations because what I want to do is track the people who are opting in from the ad. So I want to know how many opt-ins and at what cost. And by creating this pixel, it's going to allow me to do that. Just click create pixel, and it pops up and it gives us this code. You don't have to worry a lot about this code other than selecting all of it and copying it. And you can do that right click, Control C, and what I like to do is go ahead and pop that in a notepad, and then you can see the code and then save the code. Okay, and once you do that, then you next what you'll do is actually create the code on the thank you page that you're working on. Okay, now before we go off and do that, what I want to do is create another pixel, because I'm going to create it for checkouts or sales. Okay, because when I do a webinar, especially, what I like to do is track not only the opt-ins, but the sales or checkouts that occurred from each ad if I'm selling something on the back side of the webinar. So I can create another pixel and name it. This time I can do webinar June 7th sales. And then I'm going to select from the drop-down box checkouts and then create my pixel. Okay, again, it gives me the code. I'm going to select it all. I'm going to copy it. I'll pop it in another notepad. And then I'm just doing the word wrap so you can see I usually have word wrap off when I copy and paste out of Notepad. Okay, we can close that, and then you can see it's going to pop up and show both of them. Now this one, I should have named that a little better. So if I go here, I can rename it. That was actually my registration. So I'm actually going to go in and type in registrations just so it's really easy for me to know what pixel I want to choose. So I've got sales and registrations. Okay, and these other buttons, we just use that one, rename. You can email it if you have a webmaster. You could email it to them or email it to yourself. And this, you can view the code if you didn't pop it into Notepad right away. If you click on that, it's going to come up with that same screen that you could go ahead and copy and paste. And then of course if you wanted to delete a tracking pixel, you could delete it. You can see over here it shows status unverified, and that's how it will stay until you actually place that tracking code on the thank you page and the first person goes to that thank you page. Then it will come up and show verified and active. Here's the other things you can do over here on actions. You can create an ad directly from this. You can do a lookalike audience, and you can share the pixel. Those are some things I'm going to go over in a future episode of Entrepreneur Power Hour. So for now, what we're going to do is know that we have just created two conversion tracking pixels, one for registrations, one for sales. Now what we need to do is head on over to our thank you page and pop that conversion tracking code into our thank you page. And for that, we're going to hop over to LeadPages, and I like to use LeadPages. It's easy, simple, you know, it converts, so why not go with what works? And they have these templates here. You can do the thank you pages, and you can pick a variety. Here's pretty cool. You can even sort by conversion rate, so it will come up and tell you the template that is working the best for thank you pages. I'm just going to skip that for right now. You don't have to add that in. They're just doing a little survey there. So here's the thank you page. Of course, you could edit all of this so it's exactly for what you need, but the key thing that I want to show you is where to put that tracking code in. Okay, so the tracking code is right here, and you're going to put it up here for the head tag. So if I just paste that code that I had copied, that's all I have to do. Then I click on OK, and that tracking code is now attached to this thank you page. Okay, and I want to stop here for a second and make something very clear. A lot of people get confused with where they're supposed to put that tracking code. Some people actually put it on their landing page where they're collecting the name and email address, but that is not where you want to put it. You want to put it on the thank you page that they arrive at after they put in their name and email address. The same thing for the sales page. You want to put the sales checkout tracking code on the thank you page that they arrive at after they put in their credit card information and it's approved. That's what tells you that the transaction has occurred. So those are the two places that you put your tracking code, on the landing page or the thank you page after they opt in with their name and email address for the registration tracking code we just included, and then the checkout or the thank you page from the checkout after they enter in their credit card information and it is approved. And then what will happen is that will be tracked all the way through the ads to that completion on those pages. Okay, so what you need to do is actually publish your lead pages or save your page if you're doing it on your own page, and then actually go to that page. So I've got the page here, and when I go to this page, then that's going to activate the tracking pixel that we had placed in between the head tags. Okay, and once you've activated that conversion tracking pixel, then you can come back to your conversion tracking and you can see they're both active now. Okay, so we need that before we can actually go in and create an ad. Then to create an ad, if we just go to our regular campaigns here in the Ads Manager dashboard and click on Create Ad, then there's only two different ones you can use the conversion tracking pixels, either clicks to website or website conversions. Most of the time I actually like to use website conversions. Okay, and I'm just going to select a post here just for ease of use and for the training, and then you can see here it popped in the conversion pixel that we had created, the registrations. Now you can see the sales is there for the checkouts, but in the regular Ads Manager dashboard, we can only select one tracking pixel at a time. We'll have to actually go add that second tracking pixel for sales and checkout in the Power Editor. Okay, but for now we're going to go ahead and build it in here with the registration tracking pixel. If I go ahead and click Continue, I'm going to leave all of this as is. You know, you would change whatever you need to change in here to make it how you want to see. The main thing I want to show you is that you can actually add that tracking pixel in here, up here, and that then you would go through the rest of your targeting, your campaign and everything. You can see the bidding is for website conversions, and then you would place your order. Okay, and when you do that, then what's going to happen is that tracking pixel is going to be attached to that ad. Now you use those same tracking pixels that we created on every ad that you're using for this campaign as you're testing different targeting, different demographics, interests, etc. Okay, now what I want to do is show you in the Power Editor how you actually can add in that second conversion tracking pixel so you can track the sales or the checkouts all the way through. Okay, so if you go ahead and come into the Power Editor, make sure you download your most recent to the Power Editor so it gets that last ad that you just placed. Then find that ad. Okay, here's the ad that I just did, and you're going to scroll down right here where it has conversion tracking pixels. That's where we want to go. You can see it has the registrations here, but what we want to do is add in the sales too, so we can track all the way throughout for actual sales that occur on the back end of the webinar. So if I click Select Pixels, then it's going to give me a choice of the conversion tracking pixels. I'm going to go ahead and check the June 7th sales for the webinar. That was our checkout pixel, and then select, and you can see now both of these are here. So once those are there, all I need to do is upload changes, and then both of those tracking pixels will be attached to this ad. And you know, you can track all the way through from the registrations to the sales after the webinar, which is very powerful if you're doing a lot of webinars that are similar, and you can see which ad groups and which ads actually not only drove the registrations but drove the actual sales on the webinar. Powerful stuff. Okay, what I want to do now is show you the reports. So if you click on reports, you'll get to your general metrics report, and then what I want you to do is click on edit columns. Okay, for edit columns, there's a variety of things you can do. What I want you to do is make sure here on delivery spend, if you select all and then select all again, and then we just want the spend. Okay, this is going to give us a high level overview of what's going on. Then I want actions. Same thing, select all, and I'm going to scroll down, and I just want the checkouts and the registrations, okay? It's cost per action, same thing, select all, and then what I'm going to do is scroll down, external URL. I want cost per checkout and cost per registration. This is going to give us the exact data that we need to make decisions on whether to scale up an ad or pause an ad. Okay? Once you do that, click on Save Columns. And what it does is it puts these columns across the top. When you first go into general metrics in the reports, you have tons of columns. Some of them you need, some of them you don't. So I like to go in and set it up like this. Now, any of these columns you can click on the top and it will sort by ascending, descending. Okay, right now I have it sorted by cost per checkout. So you can see these are ads I did a while back for Nick and I. And the cost per checkout occurred after the sales on the webinar. So I couldn't see that till after the webinar occurred. But what I could see was these cost per registrations, and then I could immediately go scale up these ads or pause these ads depending on what the cost per registration was. And now what I can do is go back and use this data for the next webinar to see what converted not only for registrations but for the sales and hit those same groups. So I hope that you find this information very valuable and that it was easy for you to follow along. And next time you set up your ads, make sure you create your conversion tracking pixels, put them in place, and that you then look at the reports so you can scale up or pause out those ads to get the most effective ROI from your Facebook ad campaign.
Fuck this thing. I'm out of here. F***ing Bill O'Reilly. Someone fluffed our pillows yet today. They didn't fluff the pillows. And we're back. So, hope you enjoyed that episode with Valerie Shoopman. We're cracking up laughing. We just watched this YouTube video of Bill O'Reilly just going off. And I don't know if we can cut to it. We're going to have to do something. We're going to have to put the YouTube video below because this is just going to be a total just pattern interrupt and a total just change. It is hilarious. You have to check out this hilarious clip because it's going to make your day. It's Bill O'Reilly flipping out, and that's on lifeonfire.com. So go to the show notes for this particular episode because you want to grab Valerie's tips. You want to grab all the information that she laid out nice and neat in those show notes, and also check out this hilarious, ridiculous clip from Bill O'Reilly that's going to be on that page as well. So lifeonfire.com, and I hope you're having a great day, and we'll catch up with you soon. Cheers.
I'm here to help you set your life on fire.